Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Yay! Okay, we're overflowing with Mahler. Just tons and tons and tons of Mahler. We got lots of Mahler 3s. We've been going through lots of them. My goodness. Yes, the last one had Mahler 4s and 3s, and this is going to have Mahler 2s and 3s and other things. Well, why not? We have Mahler 3 with Antoni Witt and the Polish National Radio Symphony Orchestra with Eva Podlish, the excellent contralto. It's a good performance, a slowish performance. Not my favorite, but it's a good effort. Not in the top handful, but still it's a decent effort. And I tend to collect Antoni Witt because I think he's a really fine conductor, especially in big choral works. He could have sped this up a bit to advantage, I think. Then we've got Mahler 3. Oh, this is the classic Leonard Bernstein, the reference recording on Sony. It's just fabulously, amazingly wonderful. And, just ripped open the Mahler universe when it came out. It really did. It's extraordinary, and it sounds very good. And oh my gosh, it's just great. And you also get a bunch of songs with Jenny Turrell singing some Rückertlieder and Das irdische Leben and the Kindertotenlieder. Jenny Turrell was a Kunstdiva. The voice wasn't beautiful, but boy, could she sing. So yeah, this is a classic. And I save that because, you can't have too many of those. You really can't. Here's Mahler 3 with Ricardo Chailly in the Concertgebouw, and Petra Long is the alto. And you also get Mahler's Bach Suite, which is a wonderful novelty, and it's fantastically well played. I keep this just for that, actually. The Mahler 3 it's a good Mahler 3. I mean, hearing the Concertgebouw Winds play this symphony is just wonderful, and it's a lively and fresh performance. It really is. It goes very well. It may not have quite the sweat and vulgarity, for example, that like Bernstein brings to it, but it's still gorgeous. But the Bach Suite is fun. Mahler took a bunch of movements from the Bach orchestral suites and created his own, and added his own continuo part for a prepared piano, one modified to sound like a harpsichord. And we used to do that when I was in high school by putting empty aluminum soda cans along the strings. It made a wonderful twangy sound on the piano in the student lounge. And also an organ. There's an organ in there too. Oh, it's fun. It's so much fun. It really should be played regularly. It's, all these period instrument people, screw them. Then we've got, this is great. This is the Slatkin Mahler 2 with Maureen Forrester and Kathleen Battle singing fabulously. This is one of those recordings where everything went right. They just blasted their way through it, and it's exciting, and it's stunningly well recorded, and it should never be out of print. And I tried to get some extras because I knew it was going to vanish, and it's wonderful. It's thrilling, absolutely thrilling. This is a little different with the Staatskapelle Berlin and Ottmar Sweetner in Mahler 2. With Magdalena Hayosyova and Uta Priv, alto, Priv, with the chorus of the Deutschen Staatsoper Berlin and Sweetner and those people. It's East German Mahler, which I always like to hear. The orchestras sounded different than those in the West. I mean, maybe it was a more authentic or an older sound. I don't know. But there was something about the way they played that I found kind of compelling, if only because of its character. And that's what it has. It may not be the greatest Mahler 2 out there, but it has that character. Then we've got, this one, Antoni Witt doing Mahler 2 with his Polish forces. Not terrible, not fabulous like the third. It's a little bit, second rate. I hate to say it, but that's kind of where I wind up on it. With Hanna Lisowska, soprano, and Jadwiga Rapé, alto. The choral work is excellent, as it always is on Witt recordings with chorus. And he's not unduly slow or anything here. The finale takes its time, but, it's just not all the way up there with the best. I'm sorry to say. It's not terrible, but it's just not great. Then we've got, this Mahler too, with the New York Phil and Bernstein. This was done around the same time as the third. Now remember, Bernstein made 3 recordings of the Second Symphony, plus some extra movements, like, the live recording with Israel Phil of the finale and whatnot. This was the first. It's his second best. Then he redid it for Sony with the London Symphony. That one wasn't very good in my view because the sonics were so compromised. It was recorded live in Ely Cathedral. It just doesn't sound good. It was done with a video, which is just annoying as hell to watch. And then he did finally with the New York Phil and Deutsche Grammophon his great Mahler too, and that's the one. This is very, very good. It's exciting and it's dramatic and it has all the big things happening where they should. The only oddity of the sonics is that the cymbals are really off mic. So much so that you know that they're there, but you don't really hear them. I don't understand why that happened. In the finale, when they have that huge dum bum ba da 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 da, the piccolo's screaming at the top, and it's like, where are the cymbals? And it's like, they're there. You hear this sort of background, but yeah. Anyway, other than that, it's okay. You've got part 1 of the 8th. That was like the opening of the new Avery Fisher Hall concert or something. Ugh, it sounds awful. We all knew we were in trouble. So that's that. But I keep it because it was, a step in the path of Bernstein's eventual triumph over Mahler 2. Then we've got Kubelik doing Mahler 1 with Songs of a Wayfarer with Fischer-Dieskau. This is the Vision de Référence. It's fresh, it's bucolic, it has charming woodwinds, it's exciting. It's just a lovely, lovely performance. The sonics are a little bit dated now. They're a little bit studio bound, Bavarian radio, but they always make good sounding records. And it's just an absolutely effortless and thrilling performance of the first. And the Songs of a Wayfarer are also quite good, with Fischer-Dieskau, huffing and puffing his way through it. Then we've got Zemlinsky's Lyric Symphony and Mahler 3 with Armin Jordan. Yeah, and the Orchestre de la Suisse Romande. A surprisingly good third. It really is. I mean, it's a very fine, idiomatic, and enjoyable interpretation. And to have the Lyric Symphony as a coupling, it's with Edith Wien soprano, Andreas Schmidt baritone, and Jadwiga Rapé is again the alto in the third. But I was shocked by this performance of the third because it really, really rings all the right bells. It has bells, doesn't it, in the 5th movement. So that's fun. It's on Virgin Classics. Strange, funny thing. This is E. Singleton of the part of the Edo de Waart Netherlands radio Mahler cycle, which was really, really good, except for 6 and 9. Which was a pity, because if 6 and 9 had been wonderful, maybe 6 was okay, 9 wasn't. I may be thinking of Azawa, who blew the 6th. But the 9th wasn't so hot. That's right. But 1 and 4, these were lovely. It's a wonderful cycle. It would be nice to see it again. I'd love to hear it all again. I mean, I have it in a box. I'd love to see it reissued and have an excuse to re-listen to the whole thing and talk about it, because it had splendid performances. It had a really good Mahler 2 and 8 were really good, and 5 was really good. There were great things here. So anyway, but 1 and 4 with Charlotte Margiono, very, very good. And that does it for this pile of Mahler. It's a pile. It really is. Keep on listening, friends. There's lots more to come. Take care.